There we go. It's fixed. It's good. We're ready to roll. 1-0. EHOME have found the opening. And the pistol round, a fairly decent strategy, splitting in through the CT spawn. On the back of that now, VICI have gone for a force buy. Kaze has already found himself an auto shotgun. Everybody else going to be coming in on pistolas. Let's see what they can do in the back of it. Alman has picked up head armor, Zoking, and Advent. Oh, and Frank as well, actually. The only player without head armor is Kaze. I think that's the easiest thing to say. Spams through the smoke, not retrieving a whole lot for EHOME, and they have got to be cautious. With this force buy on a map like Inferno, that's where we can see a really, really effective CT side, but it doesn't look all too good. So when you force buy up on the CT side, pistols, usually you're at a disadvantage. On Inferno, it can definitely swing your way, because there's so many close range angles, but as the push came through the smoke there, they lose a man. Alman already going to be down to 10 HP, so it certainly isn't looking too good from the offset. EHOME, obviously with the ranged advantage having the SG and the AK, but in general it's not the ranged advantage you're looking to have on Inferno. The close range angles are obviously plentiful for the CT side if they do opt to take them. Movement over towards the A-bomb site as the bomb slowly shifts there. But thankfully for VICI, they've already stacked their whole team. They're gambling on A, and if it's B, they'll probably just save over the weapons. Oh, here come the trades straight off the bat. Advent's going to try to rotate over and help, but his teammates are being picked apart. 1-for-1s are pretty good. It gives Advent the opportunity with the P250 to find this. He comes out and he takes down Howking, and he's out of there. He can now come through apartments, or he could go straight up short. TLA has no idea. Well, he's here in the steps, so now he does. Never mind. Let's count that point out. Swing comes out from TLA, and with an AK, he's the one to win that fight. But it is costly. They have to lose an AK. And indeed a lot of weaponry. And one of the things that a lot of the pros talk about is how if you win the pistol, and then you win the second round, but you lose more than one player, it feels like you're really, really heavily punished right now. And you can see why. The thing is, though, VICI have managed to go in, because they went in for a force buy in the previous round, it puts EHOME in a better spot where they can't afford to lose anybody right now, but they probably won't. There's two P250s without armor alongside Kaze, who's picked up a Mag 7. Other than that, it should be a fairly easy round for EHOME. Even with those taken into consideration, once they avoid the Mag 7, as long as they play as a unit and push together, you see, they should be able to find trades if a P250 gets a quick headshot, but you're hoping that that won't even happen. With the opening kill going down towards VICI, EHOME... the opening death, rather, going towards VICI. EHOME are going to make their way towards B, hoping it's a bit of a thinned out defense, but not knowing Kaze's there with a Mag 7 in play. Good night, Out King. Taken down by a quick headshot on the Mag 7. Sometimes an inconsistent weapon, but not this time. As A is going to be pretty fruitful for them, not losing any players. The bomb makes its way there, and they will get a plant. Not wanting to push into the Mag 7, and definitely a good choice. They've already lost one weapon, but thankfully it is only the Mag 10 that has fallen. And with the defense over on the A bomb site, we imagine EHOME will be able to walk out with the victory, but we also imagine that VICI will go for this at least to play exits. Because at the end of the day, what they currently have in play isn't really going to be used in the next round. They can afford full AK, or full M4s rather. They won't be able to afford AKs. Although Advent's doing a good job of getting damage done, he's not able to connect the kill. Kaze holding down towards the bottom of mid. Again, playing the exits, it doesn't quite go well for them, but they made the attempt, and it's not too much of a tragedy to lose those weapons. Scourger, another ninja defuse, please no. And thanks, guys. Appreciate it, Quaz and Clutch and stuff. Positivity's always good. And I'm glad, you know, it makes it a lot easier. I gotta chill with you guys. Interact a little bit. I know there's a delay, which is a little bit awkward. Otherwise, I'd be talking a little bit more to you, but... Okay, this is an interesting round. EHOME go very fast towards the top banana. Pushes about to come in! And Original was completely blind, but he still manages to take Alman down. Yikes. As we're into a 5v4. Alman already down. Marek, even though he's blind, manages to come out and take down Zoking. And this is getting really awkward. Original takes another kill with the SG. Advent had no chance with his head ripped off. Now VICI in a 2v5. Again, the retake looking unlikely. This time, I would like to see them just save instead of going in for the exits, because exits won't really serve them too well. They can't really connect, and rethinking what I said though. So they can't upgrade a weapon, right? So they don't get an immediate advantage to themselves by finding an exit. But EHOME are building up a bit of a decent economy, and really, I've said this a lot of the time, when you lose a round, you need to find 2 to 3 kills to make sure the other team's economy is low. Look, they don't need to play exits because they're being hunted. Over towards the C. Oh, no. Over towards A and Pit. The kills are going down for Frank. This man's been a monster. Now they can play a little bit more passive, but the problem is Kaze is being closed in on, shooting at the AWP. They know he's here, and he's going to be jumped on top of, eliminated, and they lose an op. A big opportunity for this round already lost, as it's all going to be on Frank with the AUG. And he's been a really nice player throughout indeed the whole series. Certainly the previous map, he was showing off to be very strong. But EHOME, I think they've successfully hunted down to the extent that their reinvestment into this round isn't too significant because they didn't lose too many players. They've kept their economy fairly healthy. But also, removing that AWP from VICI literally halves the weapons that they have in play, the heavy weaponry. And indeed, an AWP on Inferno could get quite scary. It could be used to just all by itself lock down Banana, whereas now they have to rely on multiple players being there. So it even changed the setup that VICI were going for. As EHOME come into this round, they do take quite a bit of damage to utility early on, and with a minute left, they haven't made too much progress. That's not uncommon on a round like this where you are up against the pistols, but they do need to make sure that when they do start to push towards a bomb site that they're playing it together. You can already see Lamplight is going solo through apartments, which could be really dangerous if we had a pistol playing up close. One of these CZs could easily melt him to pieces. The push towards A, we'll see them focusing on Pit early on, and I like this. Spams from afar, don't reward too much, but Frank again! What is this? 4 kills on the board! Frank is unstoppable! He's upgraded to an AK, there's an M4 in the hands of Advent, and just on one man! It's all they needed! He's below Pit, he's looking for an ace as well, but it's Advent that takes the final kill. I mean, Frank gets one, sure, a second maybe, but EHOME, they just let him take 1-by-1 fights after that. And this is incredible. We talked about the fact that we wanted to see EHOME go in for team play afterwards, but shock and awe. I mean, we said Frank has been insane across the series. We said he started it out well in the previous round with the exits, but saving over that AUG has saved the round and given it over to VICI 4-1. Flashbang being lined up in Banana. Alman's going to play counter flash and then presumably push around the corner on the back of it. This could get very scary for the T's who are stacked up here, and if they all get blinded. There's the flashbang, but no, nobody's blind, and the kills go down for EHOME. Opening it up, it's Teo Lei, and now Advent's trying to create a little bit of distance between him and the AKs. Misses the opening shot and gives away his position. He's flashbanged as he comes out into the open. And although a couple of the T's are too, by the time it fades, they've already closed in the distance. It's a completely blind Teo Lei that finds the kill. Bomb plant being securely found, and VICI, despite winning the previous round, have absolutely nothing to work with. Torn apart, an AWP retrieved for Teo Lei on the back of a 3-piece. It's 5-1. EHOME at this point are just looking dominant to start out their T-side run on Inferno. And it does get pretty scary for VICI pretty quickly. Are they gonna be able to pull it back? Like, Inferno is a better map for them, but by and large, not the best. They have like a 55% win rate, but when they lose it, like, they've been stomped out on occasion. Lost 16-4 to Tyloo. They beat Na'Vi. They're super inconsistent. And then they lost to Ends. Beat 8 easy, lost to MVP. They're super inconsistent on the map, and I think that does make things a little bit scarier for me. And sure, by and large, you're going to see a pretty bad performance, I think it's fair to say, from EHOME here. They're a CT-sided team, and the fact that they're now coming in and already finding early advantages on the terrorist side, okay, maybe not for too much longer, but that would look really good for them. 5 rounds on the board already. Even if VICI do manage to claim this round, the economy is there for a buy in the next for EHOME, especially if they get a bomb plant. Closing into the bomb site, though. Howking not able to find the opening kill. Looks for a little bit more, and there he is, already on the bomb site. Advent wasn't expecting that, and so he gets taken down. 3-3 in manpower. All of EHOME towards the back of the bomb site, which I don't think will be expected. They'll probably assume there's at least one towards Banana. You can see already utility being deployed to counter Banana and smoke it off to make sure nobody has an angle. He comes out from Howking, who's able to find a kill. Not able to find a second, though, and it's all on Marek. His position's known, and he's taken down by the AWP of Kaze, who's in there with a quick double on the retake and a 10-second defuse that's easily obtained. Five to 2. Things are looking good as EHOME roll on into it with a 3-round advantage. Can they recover it right here, though, as they come in with 4 AKs and a Galil? It's not the easiest of positions to win from, you know, having that deficit of hardware, I suppose. There's no AWP in play for EHOME, which, again, has been pretty good on original from time to time. Push comes forward. The Taole able to find the opening. Backed up by Lamplight as Pit's going to be completely cleared out. And VICI now holding over towards the library. Find the kill. Gaze's good for 1. Flashbang goes in. Alman spotted one player coming in through the apartments, but he's able to bail out of there on time. .3v4. EHOME at the moment with a man advantage as well as the bomb planted. Things are looking really, really strong from them. I think VICI going for the save here is definitely the right decision. We're not going to see any Doja nades, unfortunately. Oh no! Lamplight still goes down. Bomb planted a little bit too close for comfort. I see the question in the chat about the MVP versus boot match, and yes, indeed, we are covering the MVP versus boot match, but because this has gone all the way to the end, we have to wait until this is over. So, we're going to miss a little bit of MVP versus boot, but we'll be hopping right on into it as soon as this is finished. No breaks. As soon as I can connect, I'll be in there. But we got to roll on in through this 6-2. EHOME with a full buy. VICI saved over a couple of weapons, so they're able to once more pull out some weaponry for themselves. The weaker weaponry does gain a little bit of a reward on Inferno versus some of the other maps, like we said before. It was not the worst in the world. EHOME close towards the top of Banana, and you can see at the moment Advent holding down alongside Alman. There is a weaker weapon over towards the B bomb site. It's the UMP, but the position may allow him to catch at least one player off guard. That smoke robs Advent of any information, and the Molotov landing up behind means that they have to kind of go for the push right now because they've already got a player on the other side of the molly. Pushing on through. Elman's able to find one up close with the UMP. We said he might catch one off guard, but a second connected as well. And now things get a little bit scary as he just keeps on going. Elman's trying to knife them! What? He knifed them 3 times. What happened? He must have missed one of them. It looked like he connected all 3. You know, watch that back. 6-3. EHOME pull ahead by 3 rounds, but will they be able to connect more? Because at this point, sure, VICI were looking a little bit weaker, but now they've won a round with a lot of weak weapons. I'm not too sure. Scourge, you're dishing out the knowledge in the chat. I was about to tell them all that, but yeah. So basically, I'm covering all the Asian stuff, and then after Asia, the NA one starts here with Dean. Meanwhile, I think Jay is taking us through the EU stuff. It was supposed to be Jeet, but he's having some net issues, unfortunately. He didn't have the right skin. Yeah, he didn't have the right knife skin there. If that had been a karambit, no problem. Obviously not, but... because he missed the first, yeah. That's a shame. EHOME looking to make the way towards the A bomb site. Their weapons are very weak in this round. This is kind of a last-ditch attempt at a buy before they have to take an eco. Actually, kind of looks like they're going to split towards B again, but Kaze is ready for it. Drops a Molotov to try and slow them down in the push. One's already up close, but the rest are completely separated. Lamplight has a smoke behind him, so he's not too worried. As his teammates barrel on through, you got to be careful of Kaze. He's there with the AWP, finds one, but they're up close to him now. That gets a little bit scary as Teole is contemplating pushing on through. The smoke goes down. That's Kaze out of there. He can't hold that anymore. The doorway is obscured. They could get through and jump around the corner, catch him off guard. Alman up close on B. He's going to try to get some damage done as the bomb's already going to be dropped. Alman with AUG doesn't find any more. But Advent is happy to grab at least a second and maybe even a third as he peeks out. He's going to be dropped. Okay, low HP on Howking. But Teole is still alive. Alive and healthy as both players come in for a retake through Banana. The bomb is picked up. Kaze is able to take one onto Howking. And with a low HP Teole, the AWP is more than enough. Just the one shot connected to finish it off. That is 6-4. And a scoreline that looks quite good for EHOME is starting to get a little bit better for VICI. Slowly pulling things back. And there's 2 rounds between them right now, and VICI haven't got a great economy built up, but this round should serve to further secure it for them, as they're up against 3 pistols, with Original taking a late P250. So we shouldn't really see too much damage come in towards the CT side's economy. A slow round is ensuing as EHOME have spread out a little bit. They've got presence towards the top of middle and they're holding for banana push. But VICI so far haven't gotten too aggressive. So we don't expect it to last too much longer. There we go. Opening kill comes in for Kaze. Loses a bit of lone control in the process, but he's set up to hold down apartments, where EHOME evidently want to be walking on through. They want to take the bomb site from this position. All 4 coming through apps. Head through balcony. They hope to waterfall to success, but it may not happen as Kaze from range is picking them off. The pistols still managed to find 2 kills, though. With the flashbang, they can make it to the bomb site with the bomb. Unfortunately, though, Marek is just a little bit too slow going for that, and the utility is going to be expended. Kaze lit down to 17, though. I don't know if he goes for a repeat here. That would be very, very scary. The pistol could pick him off very easily. Luckily, his teammates are already up close and ready to get the... Oh no. So 2 M4s in play, a 17 HP AWPer, a bomb planted as well. Kaze's got a save. This is just turned around so quickly I couldn't even switch in time. If Kaze goes for this, it's just not worth it. He has an op. They have no money for the next round. He's the only player with cash. He shoots off as well, looking to get out of there without being repeaked on the back of the first op shot. And that just, I mean, from what looked like a... Okay, EHOME get 2 kills. They get pick control. Cool. That's probably all they get. Kaze misses a couple shots, gets headshotted, lets his teammates deal with it, and they just get picked apart. I didn't even spot what happened there. They were coming in through through short. And apps, I think? And just torn to shreds. I was looking more towards Kaze as being the impactful player there, but with 3-piece, Teole once again shows himself to be a super impactful player. And this is more, look, we talked about it for 2 games, that Teole wasn't on form, that he wasn't playing the way he had before, but now you see him 17 kills on the board with only 4 deaths. He is absolutely incredible. But take a look over towards the CT side. Okay, Kaze is having a good game with the op, and we've certainly seen Frank be important in 3 rounds where he almost solo won them. But towards the bottom, Alman, who was left in a couple clutch situations, is taken out. Zoking, 0 for 10 right now. He hasn't got an assist, nor has he got a kill. And I mean, you never want to call out the players that are having a hard time, but if you're on the CT side and you're failing to get anything done, well, that's a giant weakness for EHOME to attack and to target. Well, let's roll on into the next round, where hopefully things will change for VICI, because they have had a rough time so far. Alman opens it up with a kill, though, and as the smoke goes down towards the CT spawn, or towards Banana, I should say, we shouldn't see too much from EHOME towards this B take. They'll wait a little bit longer, though, and eventually dispense utility towards this bomb site as soon as the smoke fades. Attempt to aggress further, and what I was thinking would be just them looking for a few kills. As the last player rotates over, it definitely does look like it's going to be a full hit. What is Auto Director doing? As we go over towards the big bomb site, Advent's holding up close with a P250. They seem to be isolating him, but they haven't spotted him. He's able to pick up 1, swings out for more, but it's not going to happen. Not this time, at least. As Kaze tries to rotate in, he's smoked off, and the flank through Banana sees a weapon retrieved for Zoking, and what could be a save, but with a man advantage, they'll probably want to go for this and see if they can connect something. Frank hasn't been spotted just yet, decides not to even go for the rifle. He wants to close in the distance fast. As he detects they'll go for the bomb plant soon. He's correcting that and finds 1 kill. Original now last alive. Kaze finds the kill, and VICI were right to go for the 3v2 as they carry 2 weapons forward and a 5th round on the board. Seven to 5. A pause comes in as EHOME evidently want to take a little bit of time to think about the current situation. They haven't got a lot of money, but they do decide to go for 2 rifles and a full force buy actually to come through. This is a very interesting decision. Mitch without auto director is like a kiss without a mustache. What in the... Quaz, what? What? Oh no. Well, coming into 7 to 5. VICI feel good, they look good. Getting some rounds on the board, but the problem is EHOME already have 7. And with an opening kill going their way as well, things just start to descend into chaos. What can be done here? Over on the CT side. They've lost a man, they've only 1 to hold Banana. That smoke was very, very dangerous. Oh no, he jump peeks to see if anyone's there, and he finds out there is, but not the best way. Advent goes down as well with the peak. Original is just so fast. He runs up there with his knife out, finds the kill, and now things start to descend even further for VICI because they've not got a great economy. They've barely any money for the next round as it is. And only 2 weapons to be saved over in pit. EHOME are looking absolutely fantastic with 8 rounds on the board on their T side. And remember, this is a CT-sided team. They've just guaranteed themselves a victory on their terrorist side with still plenty of rounds left to go. They can still take it up to a 10-5 scoreline. Zoking takes down Teo, Lay, K's on 1. Okay, so they're saving the weapons, maybe, but probably not, because Original's there. And Auto Director, wake up! Come on, Valve, what are you doing? What is this? We missed the kills from Original, but he finds a 4K in the end. Catches the last 2 players off guard. I'm gonna have to start doing things myself around here, around these parts. It looks like we don't have a whole lot of faith in Valve anymore. It's starting to dissipate. Do we have faith in VICI, though? Let me know in chat. I want to see VICI in all caps. Nothing else. I don't want VICI are going to win. I don't want VICI got this. I just want VICI in all caps if you think VICI are going to win. And if you think EHOME are going to win, then just type EHOME. In smalls, though. No capitals. I don't want to see any capitals in EHOME. All smalls. So we can distinguish easily between them. The letters don't do it well enough. 8-5. Pause is called off, and what have VICI decided to go for? Well, it's a force buy with one of the weirdest auto shotgun plays I've ever seen in my life. It's an auto shotgun without armor. This is the first glass cannon auto shotgun I've ever witnessed, and I want to watch it. I want to see what Kaze has to do. What he's going to bring with us. Bring with us? Bring to us. We're not going anywhere. We're sitting here. We're watching things go down. Kaze has to play around his teammates, and not much is evident without armor. But what's surprising is that his teammates didn't take this and him get dropped it over while he took some armor. It's a little bit weird. Kaze comes out. Oh, but he's not finding anything. And again, if he had armor, he'd still die. He got headshot. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. I thought it was maybe a body shot because I saw the gun kick, but it was actually him just falling to his death. Push over towards A is pretty successful, but there are still 2 players in apartments to get some damage on the board. Auto shotgun picked up by Zoking. Not the best long-range weapon. And this should be VICI just playing it passive, just playing it safe. I'll play for some exits. You know, they've got armor to save over as well, so it's worthwhile. Frank feels confident to go for an exit. I respect it. Okay. And that's why Frank feels confident. He lands a kill, and he should dart over to try to pick that weapon up, but it's probably been blown away by the bomb anyways. And very slightly. I think they reduced the radius that it affects weapons in as well. It seems anyways, recently, some of them have kind of stood still, where previously they would have shot to the other side of the galaxy. Seems like chat didn't fully understand the instructions of no extra things. We just want EHOME in smalls, VICI in caps. I don't know why. I've got VICI are going to win. EHOME in caps. What's going on? Is this not an English stream? Did I make a mistake somewhere along the lines? No, we're coming in. All right, 9-5. I think it's pretty evident that EHOME are massively favored here. I'm going to just do the obligatory check on the odds on HLTV. Before I do, I'm going to... Okay, no, wait. We're going to focus on the round a little bit. VICI are actually spotting this. Frank's coming in. He's closed in the distance with an MP9. They don't even know he's there. But it doesn't matter because he is absolutely torn to pieces as he tries to get those kills. We're going to check the obligatory odds calculator for HLTV. I think it's about probably 60% chance of victory for EHOME. 70%. Wow, okay. HLTV are actually giving them an even better odds than I am. I'm with Original. Going ham like that with another 4K. You can see why. EHOME not able to do anything wrong at this point. I mean, VICI are struggling on a whole nother level. This is a completely different story to the previous map. But now that we move over to the CT side, this is where I said I expect the most from EHOME. This is the better side in general. But remember, they won... So think back to the very first round. They won the buy round. They won the second round where VICI forced. They won the third round where VICI took a couple pistols. And they won the fourth round, where I can't remember what they bought. But I think VICI got a buy, won that round. It went back and forth a little bit. But at that point, I mean, even just going back and forth in rounds, unless you're saving a lot, it means that you're going to see VICI on the CT side really struggle to build up enough money to continuously get buys. And what a poetic and just beautiful pose. EHOME has a flair for the dramatic. And I think it's a good analogy for how VICI feel right now. Lying on the floor, arms spread. Although that almost looks like a dance, so maybe not. They're not dancing. They're not feeling good. 5 rounds on the board as they go to their T side is definitely not where they want to be. We do not respect your authority. We'll switch off of all of the action before somebody says, "Why aren't you casting the second mid random AK spray through a wall?" Because it was obviously while we're waiting for the players to ready up. So we're chilling, we're relaxing, we're waiting. It's the calm before the storm. And what could be the storm that knocks out the power for VICI to keep on moving forward in what is the ESL 1 Cologne qualifier lower bracket matchup to decide who goes home between VICI and EHOME. This is really important for EHOME as they start at the pistol round. The aggression down middle. You can see that they have the confidence. Are they going to be able to connect the kills? Well, it looks like it. Already a headshot connected on the lamplight, but he has lots of teammates to go and take the fights for him. Hey, oh no! What's going on with Frank? You do not want to give that man any opportunities, but he's eventually going to be taken down. $11-5. The pistol goes to EHOME, which further hammers home the point that this looks like their map all over. VICI just haven't got started. They have nothing in the tank right now. Frank, again, look at the performance. 14 kills, Kaze on 16, but you've got Zoking and Omen with 7 between them. Advent as well on 7. Like, the difference in performance here. VICI just not feeling the same as in the previous map. Sure, they made a couple of mistakes there, but there's nothing that I would intrinsically say has been a mistake from them so far. There were no major misplays. The problem for me is just consistently being... They're not hitting their shots. They're not winning their duels. And it's nothing past that. The previous map, it was because of tactical mistakes. Now it's just because of individuals not showing up. And oh my lord, how King comes in with a double. I thought it was going to be a triple. Thought he shut down any chance of this happening. As Original is out in the open, he's in a bit of danger with that CZ dancing around the box. Advent picks up 1 and a second as well. The green CZ opens the floodgates as the kills fly through and Alman catches the final angle to close it out. A 3-piece from Advent was all they needed, bringing them up to double digits in kills and bringing VICI one step closer to closing in this scoreline on 11-6. Nades down Banana deal quite a bit of damage early on to Frank and Advent, and you can see EHOME with the force buy. They've got a lot of pistols to play with. And pistols on Inferno, we talked about it in the previous half. We talk about it every game, but it's where they're viable. You can take a lot of close range duels. Running straight down middle, not quite the closest of ranges. But hell, it works out as he does some damage. And maybe his teammates will be able to connect the kills with the SMGs on the back of it. Kaze really looked to me like he was going to shoot. I really thought he was about to shoot his teammate. They swap weapons. As Kaze, obviously low HP, doesn't want to be taking the AUG. Giving it over to his teammate so he can be at least a little bit more present in the round. And EHOME kind of suffering from losing that previous round. We want to see them come back into it. We want to see some more damage on the board. On the CT side. Kaze and Frank already low. Well, Frank not so low. He's still going to be 2-hit with the Deeg. As the flashbang goes over, here's Alman dropping one of his own. Push comes out towards the bomb site. Very slowly. Very staggered, but okay. They get a kill at least. Lamplights there for 2. And a bit of damage done with the SMG. But at the end of the day, it's Marek on a CZ. And this time, nobody's going to be jumping through a smoke up against that CZ. It's all about the save for Marek. The CZ Tigress. It's a nice weapon. It's always been my favorite skin, especially with how it blends in with the stat track on it. The orange kind of works together when you're in the sunlight. It's beautiful. Isn't it beautiful, guys? This is going to be a 7th round for VICI for sure. And surviving with 3 players then gives them a pretty good economy built up. Frank and Zoking don't have a lot to work with, really, like $400, but they can be dropped over. So the next round should look good. I'm assuming they'll get the SMG and the Galil, and then buy up utility. Would make sense. Okay, Frank. In there with the AUG. There's Advent on an AK. After dropping over. Oh, he actually takes the MP9. Okay, team player. I like it. And Zoking buys it himself. I mean, I feel like Alman definitely could have dropped him, but I guess they want to keep 4 players with money for the next round. Instead of spreading it a little bit more thinly. Oh. That's your own Molotov there, Alman. VICI have claimed a little bit of long control early on and start to maneuver towards the bomb site. What do they land as they do? Well, 2 kills in there from Zoking to start things off. The SMGs now get their turn as Alman jumps on out of apartments with a double. And again, Marek, the only player left alive, he's probably going to go for the save on the CZ once more, giving us time to talk. About what? I don't know. What's your favorite flavor ice cream? Now, you can see why he's saving this, right? Before someone says, why is he saving the CZ? He's got armor. It just gives him a free upgrade to head armor in the next round. And he doesn't even need to upgrade the head armor, to be honest, because, you know, you're up against pretty much entirely AKs and maybe an AWP. And if they hunt him down, as they are, maybe he can drop one of the weapons, carry it forward to the next round. That's what he's hoping for anyways. Picks up 1. Doesn't get the second. He wasn't expecting Frank to come around the corner as well. But still, a weapon dropped, and it's a successful save for VICI. VICI. And EHOME as well. Obviously, Marek does his job in doing some more damage to the T-side economy. But winning these past couple rounds has given them at least the buffer they need to not really worry too much about where the money's at right now. Molotov goes down deep, but that's inside a smoke, so a little bit awkward. Not going to be doing a whole lot. To the T side of VICI, where are they angling towards? Well, they've got a lot of money to work with. Yeah, if they lose this round, as long as they get a bomb plant, they'll be sweet for the next one. Sorry, scored your what? 15-3? MVP or 15-3 up? No way. Oh, wow. Okay. Dust 2. There's also a Chinese stream there if you want to watch it. So you can at least get some of it. But that's Boots' map pick. Damn, that's rough. 15-3. Well, maybe we won't get to see any of it. Who knows? A push comes over towards the A bomb site as VICI are going to look to maintain control here. I mean, this has definitely been the game of the day, and to me, this is the game of the qualifier. I didn't think this would be as close as it is by any means. I thought EHOME would put up a fight, but nowhere near as much as they are, as Original already takes 2 lives down, and a man advantage is in play for the CTs, but they're running right into K's, right into the AWP, leaving only 1 player to defend the bomb site, but Lamplight's happy to take 1. He doesn't know where their other players are. Here's both steps coming over towards short. Okay, now he knows where they're coming from. He knows exactly where they are. Drops down. 4 HP on the board. He's going to be eliminated for sure, but the trade might just come in. Oh no, Marek misses the shots. Maybe if it was an op. Kays drops a Molotov over towards him as he bails on out of there. He's not caught by the he's not caught by the AWP, thankfully, as he evades the Molotov. And Teole is giving away his position. He sees the head. He knows the position of both players now. They have that info in their court. Problem is, one is an AWP, and now Marek can be double peeked. As he swings on forward, he's trying to bait out the pit player into peeking. He does so, but doesn't connect. The shot takes down the AWP. Only a couple bullets left. Switches over to a new AK. He can tap the bomb here. As soon as he gets peeked, it could be all over. Oh, and indeed it is. Frank hits the shot. 50 HP left. Peeking from the pit. 11-9. He wasn't sure if he was still over, if he was over in the corner a little bit more, so he had to peek from the left side of pit there. And as he did, easy lineup because Marek was still standing in line with where the bomb was. Now EHOME once again going to be on a weak buy, and VICI have really recovered this. For their first time on stream, they certainly know how to put on a show. I'll give them that. Now, once more, we're wondering where VICI want to take things, and you already see that EHOME are spread out a little bit. They're starting to rotate towards the B bomb site. And with Lamplight and Howking coming through the spawn, I think it's quite likely VICI just get a free bomb site, and we'll see a full... Well, will we see a full save from EHOME? I don't think so. Because actually, as you look at things, only 3 players of armor carrying a Deagle and a CZ forward to the next round won't matter too much to them because they've already got quite a lot of economy. That was a weird Molotov. Just bent the laws of time and space. But as a bomb goes down, I'm curious to see whether they just decide to go for the save or not. Yeah, and just going for the full save. I think that's a pretty fair thing to do. Even just to avoid giving over any more money to the T's makes sense. Are you coming to Cologne yourself, Caster? I might be, not in like an official capacity, but I might go just to spec, which would be pretty cool. I've never actually made it to ESL 1 Cologne. I've literally wanted to go for the last 4 years, but I've always either just not been able to because I was too young or I was busy with college or whatever. But now I might be busy. I might have a gig on at the same time, so we'll see. I'd like to go. It'd be really cool. It's gonna go to Katowice as well, but just ended up being busy. Seems cool though. Apparently ESL 1 Cologne's like one of the most fun events to go to. I heard Blast is pretty cool as well. We go to one of those over the next year. Oh, nice opening kill by Teole. Straight down Banana with the early aggression. And although our Original gets lit down a little bit, I keep wanting to call him Origin. Apex has got me brainwashed. Not that I play it much anymore, because there's absolutely no point. Getting nothing for playing. Lamplight over towards the pit. Oh, Marek's just going to push on through the smoke. That's very good. Dangerous, but his teammates still had control, and they knew nobody else had pushed out. This is dangerous. Teole, you okay? You feeling cold, dude? You want to warm up? Yeah, Tay's dead. 90%. Okay, Advent's not going to hunt it, so never mind. and actually just saving over the AWP that was at his feet. That works out pretty well for VICI. Or for EHOME, rather, because they'll probably survive with all 5 players. Unless we're going to see Advent with the ballsiest 1v5 going over towards B. He has got full HP and an AWP, but, I mean, he's got an AWP, so... it's best not to die here. Saving over the AWP here. Just going to see it carried through to the next round. I've just realized my textures are on low because of the Slither and AWP. Does not look very good. We got to bump that up. Quaz, nobody plays it anymore. Yeah, it's just like things are like the battle pass didn't bring anything, whatever. I think maybe the next season will come back, but I don't know. No missions either. I think missions are very important for any battle royale kind of battle pass type games. It gives you a little bit more of an objective other than just win, which is, I mean, relatively easy because there's no skill groups in it. You're just playing against random people. It's like at least 50% of the time you're going to come up against people that don't know how to play. But anyways, let's move away from Apex and Battle Royale type games. Let's move into a bit more of a structured and actually competitive game. As we look at EHOME, 12 rounds on the board. VICI have taken the opening death as well, which never looks good for you on paper. But they're recovering it quite well with Alman on a quick double and just trapped in. There was nothing Howking could do there, aside from find the one frag that he got. The bomb now to be planted in a position that does allow them to save towards pit, so they shouldn't be able to exit. Sorry, EHOME shouldn't be able to find any exit frags. This has been a really close series, and I just want to once more say, who said the Tyler game was going to be better? Sorry. You were wrong, by the way. 12 to 10. It should be 12 to 11. VICI again closing in that scoreline, making it a little bit closer. So 2 AKs and an AWP saved over, and EHOME managed to save an AK up themselves. Over towards the CT spawn. No chance that they die here. I'm surprised that VICI do decide to exit down mid. Just because you're definitely allowing for the opportunities of EHOME to take the weapons out of your hands. EHOME have a chance here, and not a lot of money for the next round as well, so this is a pretty important one. If they don't win this, VICI probably take the lead, push towards Banana early on, sees Marek taking a quick double, even though Teo lays dead. It's a worthwhile trade. He's left alone on B, so a fast rotation comes around from Original, who's here to help out. VICI with 2 players towards Banana and 1 in the apartments. They're a little bit spread thin, and they want to kind of group up at this point and make their way towards the bomb site. I think realistically, EHOME should be indeed rotating over. That's not Original actually rotating. Original's already there. Marek actually became the rotator, went back over towards A, and then came back to help out with the B defense. After finding those 2 kills earlier on, he's now smoked out and kind of cut behind the bomb site. Very slowly, but 35 seconds left. I mean, VICI haven't given away any information. I like this rotation coming through from Alman. If he throws a little bit of utility towards the A-bomb site. I don't think he did. No, they haven't really detected anything just yet. They know long is open, but now as the push comes on through, Marek's just going to drop a flashbang and go in for the aggressive play. Picks up 1, and he's looking for the second on the spray down. There it is to close out the round. And leaving it just a little bit too long, they're forced into fast rushing, and it's 13 to 11. Scored your TY for the update, bro. It's 16-9. MVP took map 1. Well, look, from being 15-3 up, at least somewhat of a recovery, but this is still looking very, very one-sided for the MVP side up against Boot. Definitely not as close as the game we've got right here. We had 16-13 to EHOME on Dust 2, 22-19 on Mirage, and now here we are 13-11 with a pause coming on through. This is where EHOME, this is where VICI are calling the pause. It's a tactical pause for them as they pull out 3 AK-47s, and then Kaze obviously going to be on the AWP, Advent as well with an AK, and Util. Not too much of a surprise there, really. But it's a tactical, not an economic. They want to figure out where they want to take things, and it is pretty important because so far I feel like time has definitely been their enemy. But more importantly, the early opening picks have consistently gone towards EHOME. Smoke towards the bottom of Banana. Okay, this is going to be another little bit of aggression, but there's 2 players here on the T side, so maybe a problem going to brew for the CTs as Frank is there, and he picks up a double. Eliminates them. And pushes things massively into the terrorist side's favor. They can just group up and push a bomb site now, but they're still playing it slow. Leaving 2 players over towards the A bomb site and throwing Util will drag the rotations from B, but they seem to be semi-committing on the back of it, leaving the bomb over. Look, there's opportunities for EHOME there if they have an AWP posted on long to find a kill as they peek forward. If they had a 2-man rotate over towards B. I mean, it could have been very scary. And this is what I mean, where VICI just consistently offer up openings to the other team. But they should see a very free B bomb site for their work on A, for the little bit of util that they threw over. Make their way in. And indeed get the bomb plant down for free. That gives away the info that everybody is towards the A bomb site, and they're going to be saving, which is what VICI don't want to allow to come through. Saving here for EHOME would secure their economy for a future round. They'll definitely have a full buy in the next, but even for the one after, they would then have a little bit of economy still floating around. So it would be nice to take these rifles away from them, but it seems pretty difficult to do. Okay, one going to be dropped in the pit as well. And now that brings things over into a much more favorable spot for VICI in the future. They're able to lose a player here because they got the bomb planter alongside the round win. But I really don't think they should be hunting any further. Their economy maybe allows one more player to die, but outside of that, I'd rather everybody else just save those weapons. (13-12). VICI again just behind EHOME, but yet to take the victory and take the lead. Is this going to be where things turn around? Well, you can see EHOME still have a little bit of money on Marek. Lamplight and Original definitely have the cash built up. But the loss bonus as well, they may look okay if they come to lose this round, to at least get somewhat of a force buy and contest for the 14th. But they want to win it right here and right now. As VICI come on through with an AWP, 4 AK-47s, a Molotov towards Banana early on. That's going to force forward Marek, who's now being spotted as being in the close right corner. Molotov towards the ramp to stop anybody from pushing up onto him, and he'll be able to get out of there alive, thankfully. Became a little bit awkward for a second. We're seeing over towards the A-bomb site. VICI have taken control fully of middle, and they're going to try to push on forward. Do a little bit more. This match has been going on since 8 AM. It's now 12. It's been a long day so far for these guys. They have certainly not been cut any slack. Between overtimes, close games, technical delays at the start of maps as well. As Util is thrown over towards the A-bomb site, this could be a huge mistake. Look how many counter-terrorists are here to stop this push from coming through. There's 4 players of EHOME as VICI push on forward. They have no idea what they're getting themselves into. Howking able to pick up 2. He's looking for a 3rd as well. Swinging out on short. There it is. It's Lamplight to find it though. And Tay Aulay is out in the open, but it doesn't matter because Kaze is down. Unable to trade anything back. And EHOME 14-12. They find the round that pushes VICI down to their last full buy, and even at that, it will be a weak one. King and Frank don't have a lot of cash. And so a decision has to be made as to whether they do go for the full buy here or not. Because even though they're able to get AKs out, and Advent could even drop an op if he doesn't take head armor, which up against M4s is a little bit risky, you're still going to have two weaker weapons in King and Frank. And do you want to risk the game on a buy like that? Evidently they do. If this was the CT side, I would respect the play. I would think it was the right call even. On the T side, it's such an important round. I feel like VICI, who've been... Wait, what? Wait, what? Why has Kaze got himself a CZ? I mean, if they lose... if they lose this round... So if they win this round, sure, he's selling up for an op. But if they lose this round, he's left with like some money while everybody else is broke. I don't think their loss bonus is significant either. I can't see in the game anymore. I have to go to the HLTV scoreboard. 2-1-2-1. Yeah, they've got like no loss bonus. I really don't understand why Kaze's decided to take a CZ here instead of an AK. But let's ignore it, I guess. Okay, we'll just take note of it. Take note of the fact that he has a CZ, not an AK. And 1750 left over for the next round. Maybe it's big brain plays, who knows. VICI pull off a little bit of a fake over towards the A bomb site. And then they're going to be hitting B. Two players there. You've got Teole alongside Marek, and I mean, these are two of the strongest players for the CT side right now. Teole has been a little bit slow in this half, but okay, here we go. Push coming forward. Marek is going to be able to pick up two. He's got to bail out of there, though. The man advantage in play for the CT side looks good on the retake, but if Marek falls on the bomb site, it won't help anybody. Original still got the AWP, so once that smoke fades, he's going to be able to do a lot of damage. And I mean, Teole was their strongest player. 25 kills on the board so far. And he's already been eliminated, so that's a very valuable pick for VICI to get. They push on through after a... Oh my god, after a flash! But Marek's able to pull it back! The man's a monster! They know exactly where King is, and a CZ to finish it off! And even with a bomb plant, even with the kills that they managed to get in the entries over towards construction, Marek, 4 kills on the board! Saves the round for EHOME, and again, it's individuals to step it up. VICI Gaming have no money. They'll get an AK on Kaze. They'll get a little bit of bits and bobs here and there. Advent probably takes an AK too, so you have 2 AKs out. Pistols are the ones that are going to be taking the utility. Maybe another SMG coming out on the likes of King or Frank. But I mean, this is abysmal. Okay, so let's paint the picture. What do VICI need to do? If they win this round, it's 15-13. EHOME take a full eco. Then it's 15-14. And then EHOME get another full buy. So it's 2 full buys, plus an eco that'll have a couple pistols in it. And again, that's dangerous on CT side Inferno. So there's 2 really hard rounds to win, plus 1 that could go wrong as well. Giving VICI probably about a 15% chance of pulling... Not probably about a 10% chance of pulling this off. They've only got a couple SMGs, 2 CZs, and 1 AK coming out. This is going to be a long road and a very difficult one to win out. If you're VICI Gaming right now, you do not want to have this kind of an economy. At least they have the AK on Kaze. Maybe it would have helped in the previous round, but it's their best hope here. Push comes in towards A. It's a very fast one. VICI with 1 final attempt to bring things over into their favor. Frank gets up close with a CZ. He's already claimed 1. He's looking for a second, and he gets a lot of damage done. But King, even though he's low HP, he returns it into a 3 versus 2 now with Lamplight's pick as well. This is looking good for EHOME. As Lamplight's still over towards the pit is going to be a massive harassment. Eventually, though, EHOME are going to have to push on in, and that's where the advantage may come from. That's where they're hoping on the VICI side that it stems from, as Kaze is holding down on the bomb side. Advent playing a little bit more passive. Kaze's been spotted out, and his teammate's already fallen. He picks up one, a second, but he can't get the third. Marek in with a 2K, a fitting way to finish off the game. And it is 16-12. VICI are out. They've lost in the lower bracket matchup up against